What's good, y'all? SGG gang, it's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Detroit Tigers rebuild video, and I hope you guys are enjoying the series, man. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you guys are enjoying the series, want the series to continue, and to help the family grow even bigger. We're getting close to 300 subs. Let's keep pushing so we can get to that road to 1K, get that monetization right. So today, got a big episode as we're going to be trying to get even closer to the draft, but the major focus will be us trying to attempt to get over 500 again. Now you see we're at 22 and 23, same record as the White Sox, tied for second place in the division. And as far as the early season goes, it's still wide open. The Guardians aren't that too much far ahead of either one of us too. And the Twins aren't even that far behind us. Now the Royals are slowly separating themselves, but they're still in it for a little bit, as much you can say for an early season team can be. But vision's still wide open. We can still go out and get it. So we'll be focusing a little bit into this series as we try to leapfrog the White Sox, get closer to the Guardians. You can see we literally just beat them 2 via sweep in 4 straight, winning 7 straight that whole entire week. And so to focus on these few games, I do want to take a couple games to focus on the struggling, decreasing Keith Clemens. He's down to a 77 overall, not playing near the level that he was last year, batting only 169, on bases under 250, slugging is under 250. He only has 1 home run and a total of 6 extra base hits this season. It has been rough. Not exactly sure what that could attest to. You know, his potential went up and he's actually playing at a lower level, which is kind of confusing. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. We're going to try to look to fix that, as Tariq Skubal will be on the mound for us, trying to get back to his CY Young form. He had a great year last year, looking kind of like he's not able to replicate it yet again. But we will also be having Zach Wheeler on the mound, though, for them to go ahead and try to stop what our offense is able to do. And that's going to be trying to come away with yet another sweep here, as Keith Clemens will go ahead and come to the plate at 169. That 490 OPS, though, with the below 250s combined, is pretty weak. So I'm not really sure why he's struggling. You know, his contacts are in a good position. His vision is in a good position. His discipline is even pretty high, too, as well. He's just, I guess, getting unlucky. You see, this is a ground ball right over to second base that he dives and grabs. Not much that you can do in that scenario or situation. So as we can see here, Tariq Skubal ends up getting taken out after giving up 4 earned runs there in the 4th for a total of 5. We have to go to Jackson Jobe, and he doesn't do much better either. You see a couple of hits here, double coming around to bring 3 more across, and this quickly balloons to a 9-0 ball game before Keith Clemens even has another at bat after that unlucky ground ball out. So bottom of the 5th, he's 0 for 1. Just now seeing his second at bat as Zach Wheeler is throwing an amazing game. 4 innings, 44 pitches, and we'll look to maybe see if we can slow that down here a little bit. That's going to be a liner for a base hit. Very rare to see Keith Clemens come up with those, but it's a leadoff one too, not to mention. So we will have 8-9 in the top of the lineup coming up to try to help out after a quick strikeout, though, of Spencer Torkelson. We'll have Harry Ford with an 0-2. We're going to take off for second base. He swings. I think he missed. And it's a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Clemens slid in feet first. And unfortunately, that'll have to end the rally and end the game, too, effectively. You know, we end up losing 10-3 here, not able to do much. Keith Clemens with a 1 for 4 day. That hit was his only one. 6 hits as a team is Gleyber Torres. Actually, it's his first home run of the season. So congratulations to him, being all the way mid through, May, June, to go ahead and get that done. And you see here, Tariq Skubal, just a terrible start, something that's rare for him. ERA almost goes up to 4, as, it's one thing or the other. Either the offense isn't producing or the pitching isn't producing. And we're looking to try to get that straightened out, because if we want to take back over things, we're going to need it. Now, that loss obviously puts us a game behind the White Sox and 2 games under 500. But we can still win this season or series and be right back at it. So we're here with Keith Clemens yet again, 1-1 count. You see how much the hit helped? He went 1 for 4 yesterday, but the average still went up a total of 3 thousandths of I guess you could say of a point. Going up to 172 as he takes that 4-seamer upstairs, flying this deep out to right field, but will be gloved in just in front of the warning track. Once again, just getting underneath the ball, not really seeing it all the way through. We jump to the top of the 9th. You see he's 0 for 3. Not much action here today, but Matt Foster's on the mound as we are now down 6-1. But a 2-out rally could get started here with Keith Clemens as he gets a 4-seamer. Another good timing, but again, just under that exit velo, launch velocity, or launch angle are not working in his favor. As that one he didn't even move too much for. And we dropped the first 2 games of this 3-game series. So we will effectively lose the series. Luis Severino this time coming away with the okay start, 4 2/3, 4 earned runs. I mean, if he pitches a couple more innings, it's looking a little bit better, but still a bad start. Going back to scouting, you see we were on Chris Jansen. He's got a 67 to 92 potential range. Overall, looks like it's going to be pretty low, but at 18 years old, you kind of expect that. jumped up to 94 on our board. It looks like his leading factors are more so on the defensive and speed side, but he looks like he'll have average to slightly above average contacts in the future. Also still looking at those positions that we have in the outfield and third base, but it's time to start looking and making sure that we're recognizing other big players too as well. As far as our recently scouted go, you got Darren Vera here. His ranges are coming down a little bit. He's under the 88% range now, but contacts looking like it could be come in good and be good, better in the future. Vision, defense, looks like he can come in with good defense and get better at it. So could be a very good third baseman there to have for us, even if the potential is only a B. Trevor Reeves here has the potential of A, but the only thing I see that he does good is defense. A little bit of speed, but not much on the hitting side or the offensive side. William Collier, he's got good contact versus left, vision, arm strength, and speed. So he could be a very good possibility here too as well. You see he's ranked 7th on our board, 19th in the overall board. So he might be able to slide back to us at 13. Luis Castillo, 33rd on our board. He's got good power though, good arm strength, great speed in the outfield. Chance for, A potential, maybe B potential. Joey Thayer, same thing. His range is a little bit closer, being at 20, so 75 to 93. But the only thing that he does good is like speed. No contacts, no hitting. Like Ezra Panerio, who actually had good contact. So it's different things like that that allow me to stay in those regions and stay in those positions, so that way I can get a wide range. And I think we've been doing a good job of that. Scouting out wide ranges, getting the 15% for everybody, kind of getting a big chunk of people to have educated decisions on. I think this should be a much better draft for us as a whole. You're picking back at the teens and kind of out of that top 10, really out of the top 5, really. You don't really need to zero in and focus on individual players as much, because they're going to hit, but you're not, you're already less likely to not get that guy of the draft, because we're already back 13, 15. I doubt that guy is slipping back that far, but we can make a lot of really good picks with 1, 2, the competitive balance round 3, 4, and then kind of just be guessing on the last 2. That would be a lot better. Now, let it not distract us though from coming into this game as Framber Valdez, who's struggled all year. We'll be looking to at least get us one game in this series, so that way we don't get counter swept after we just did it to them. And we'll be focusing this time on Gleyber Torres, who's, I would say, underperforming. He's batting 269, obviously better than Keith Clemens, and around what he did for us last year. But the power is what's not been there. You can see he's just getting under stuff. He's only got 1 home run, and that literally came in this series a couple of games ago. Last year, he was around 23, 25 home runs. So I was expecting to get that kind of level of power again. So to only see him at 1 is very, very concerning as we get closer to the All-Star breaks. That's going to be a liner that gets into the outfield, though, for a base hit. And with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th against John Means, we might have a run-scoring opportunity. It'll be up to Riley Green, though, with the 2-2. Lines that one down to first base, and he'll take it himself over to the bag. Nice, easy play, but we are up 2-0 or 2-1. By the time Gleyber Torres comes back up to bat, so I will take that. We've been able to go ahead and get some offense here and get good pitching from Valdez. Only giving up 1 earned run here today, and that's going to be a base hit that gets down the line. That's another one. Multi-hit day from Torres. Giving you guys a little bit of highlights with the bat. I know it's pretty quiet with Keith Clemens, but can we do it on the base pass too? Full count. Green will go ahead and walk over to first base. Still no outs, but then obviously a pop out here happened. Keith Clemens, full count. He will watch it down low and be able to walk over to first base. So now we have bases loaded. 2 outs for Morris Jones after another strikeout there of Harry Ford. This will be chopped on the ground, going to first base himself, and just not enough speed to go ahead and beat that one out. He's got a lot of it, but not enough to beat the first baseman to his own bag. We come up following inning, bottom of the 7th. 1 out, and runners at first and second. The count goes full after you watch that slurve off the plate. This could be a great chance to go ahead and increase this lead just a little bit on Sands, as that'll be a liner that gets past shortstop for a base hit. We're going to go ahead and send the runner across to the plate. The throw is going to come in all the way. No cutoff. Not in time. RBI base hit. Robert Jr., he tried to get that thing in there, but of course we're able to go ahead and make the lead 3-1. And then after a walk, we have Spencer Torkelson up. Bases juiced, 1 out. Chops this one on the ground. This will get through. It's going to go to center field, so we're going to go ahead and test that arm one more time. The throw is going to come into the plate and be up the line. Not in time. 5-1 ball game. We've blown it up, and that is all thanks to Gleyber Torres getting that base hit up the middle, starting it off. Sometimes it happens when you get those meaningful base hits. And just like that, look at that. Valdez, it looks like went the complete distance there, giving up 1 earned. We win this ball game 10-1. And finally, the offense not only shows up, but the pitching shows up. And this is what can happen when both on this team show up.
we can get these dubs and we can bounce back. Akil Badu, 4 for 5, a double and an RBI, gets player of the game here today. As you see, 14 hits as a team, 3 for Torres. You saw 4 for Badu, 2 for Gonzalez, Torkelson and Ford. Of course, Keith Clemens and Gonzalez actually both go hitless here today. As Valdez, 5 Ks, 11 hits, which is concerning, but 2 walks, 1 earned, lowers that ERA down to 5.6. My boy had a great start here today. And, you know, a little bit of a rough week, only 1 win in the 6 games we had last week after going on a 7-game win streak. But let's go ahead and see if we can start something up here as we go up against the Royals. Looks like we got a critical situation here, which it was to go ahead and focus on Vladimir Guerrero. But we're actually going to focus in on this 9th inning. Jordan Romano, 7 saves, 8 opportunities. ERA's up by 4.2 with 10 2/3. So got ways to go to lower that ERA, but we want to see him get this save here. 7-4 game. He's got a 3-1 count here right off the bat, though, with a Will Wilson, who's 0 for 4 in the day, so shouldn't be pitching too scared here. Let's go ahead and try to lay this slider right in over the plate to pull it back up. Come right back with maybe another 4-seamer low here. 3-2. Got him to chopping on the ground. Jace Jung playing a little bit of second base today, giving Torres a day off, and he gets it over there with ease. And now we have Benny Pasquantino. I think I said that right. But whether I said it right or wrong, he will be walking over to first base and giving their first base runner, Bobby Witt Jr. will be at the plate trying to make something happen. Still that time run in the on-deck circle. So with a full count, he swings through the slider looking silly. Corkscrewed into the ground. It'll be up to Oscar Coles as he's down to his final strike. Lines this one out. Jones maybe had a chance to probably cut that off and dive for it. He'll just play it off the bounce, though, make the safe play. Get it in. And now with 2 outs, they'll go to Gavin Cross as the time run at the plate. Takes the first pitch he sees. This is going to go out to the other Jones brother and Drew. This time he'll have the speed to go ahead and get it. No dive attempt needed. And just like that, that's a 2-game win streak. We're taking care of these Royals as we should. This team is in the bottom part of the division. I think they're last. We should be handling this team expeditiously. We win this one 7-4. Casey Mize with a 5-inning win here. And you see multi-hit games from Guerrero and Drew Jones. Not Morris Jones, but Drew Jones. But hits all over the lineup. 11 hits. Everybody at least got 1. Guerrero Jr. hit 2 home runs to get to his 14th and 15th and get up to 41 ribbies. Drew Jones actually hits 4 home runs coming off the bench too. Is very impressive. You see Dylan Dingler and Nick Manton both getting stolen bases here today. Is Mize 5 innings, 4 earned, 5 Ks. ERA still stays below 3. Job, a good inning and 2/3. The rest of the bullpen shut the door. No earned runs. That's what I like to see. As we were able to go ahead and back that thing up with more offense coming through. And now we're just 1 game under 500 when we lose game 2. Going to game 3 with Michael King getting an injury, but coming away with a W. 6-4 game there. Matt Manning, good. Looks like good start. Just no offense. I guess I can say no clutch offense. We had 12 hits as a team. 3 for Torres, 2 for Clemens. Torkelson went 0 for, but still, we had 12 hits as a team and only 1 came across from a solo home run by Keith Clemens himself. There's nothing I do to blame Matt Manning for that one. That's a good start. That's a quality start in my eyes, but we got to do better. That means there's 11 guys that got left on base. Got to produce a little bit better. Now, the next day, we end up getting 8 hits, but scored 6 runs off of it. So, I guess they decided to be more efficient this day. Jones and Jace both getting home runs and Scooball. Bouncing back from that bad start earlier. 6 innings, 1 earned. Job giving up 2 more earned runs to keep his ERA really high. And he's the one that I'm keeping my eyes on. Like, he has a good start, bad start, good start, bad start. But I'm wondering if it's something that we need to send down to AAA. Like, is he ready to be up here? Is that what that inconsistency is telling me? Now, here in this particular inconsistency, Job is in an extra innings. Bottom of the 10th, they're trying to go ahead and walk this one off. We're going up against the Twins here, so I'm sure you guys can tell in the beautiful target field as Francisco Mejia has a chance to go ahead and walk it off for his team. Has a good average there against lefties, batting .333, but struggling against those righties. As you can see, flies this one out to Verling, who will go ahead and glove it. No move up from the runner, which is perfect. Runner still stays at second base, only 1 out. Makes it a little bit easier for Jackson Jobe to get out of this. Ground ball, fake over to second to keep him honest there by Ben. I love it. As we're going to get De La Rosa out on the simple ground ball, and then Austin Martin swings and misses through the slider. He'll be corkscrewed back into the dugout, and we'll go top of the 11th with this thing as we try to go ahead and walk things off. And I want to go ahead and get Romano warmed up, or at least stretching and tossing, just in case we're able to get the lead. He can come in and close this one out for Jackson Jobe. And we have Drew Jones at the plate. Once again, getting another day in here as he bunts this one foul. Not able to go in and get that one laid in perfectly as we go back 0-1, and he swings with the bunt over the top this time, trying to get the drag bunt down. It's not working. And just like that, it's a quick 0-2. Popped up over to first base. You know he's hating himself that he couldn't get none of those bunts down to move his teammate up. Now with one out, we're in a similar situation as them. And Harry Ford, who is 2-4 on the day, watches one low. He gets into a 1-2 count. Evens it back up with that good eye. 2-2. Swings through the curveball. That one a little bit closer to the plate. Probably would have been called strike anyway. Just barely missed it and wasn't able to get any hands on the kill. Badu, can you be clutch here? Check swing. They're going to say he went around. Got to make the courtesy throw over to first. Got him. So just like that, it's back into the Twins' hands. 2, 3, and 4 up. Patel Marte with a chance to walk this off, and he will just walk himself off over to first base. And then Carrera with the 3-0 count. Gets blessed with a strike call there as Joe maybe starting to lose a little bit of the function here, a little bit of the touch. As that one is flied out into the seats. Full count for Carrera. Swing and miss. Over top of the slider. He's going to go sit down too as well. That slider is looking dirty today. Job is doing work with it. 0-2 gets him on the 4-seam heat. He'll have to go sit down too as well. Let's come right back to it. Matt Wallner. Swing and misses on the inside. Now it's time for the top of the 12th, where we'll try with Matt Verlaine. Trying to lay down that bunt. Not going to work there. We really want to try to move that runner up, get this done as quickly and easily as possible. It's going to be a base hit that gets down the line. That should be enough to score across the run. We're going to go into second base to distract them. You know what I mean? He's up getting thrown out, which does suck, but at least we're able to get our run across, and now we can go ahead and try to close out this ball game. As Keith Clemens actually says, hold on, wait a minute. We not done yet, as that's going to hit up against the wall. Center fielder, well, backing up. We'll go ahead and keep it at a double instead of a triple. Going 2 outs, we have a chance to maybe get a couple more here. Gleyber Torres will go ahead and step in. Chop the 2-2, foul. Changeup looked like it was right down the middle, just very early on it. Probably wasn't expecting a changeup there, so we'll come right back in. He swings over the top of the slider. That was a really bad corkscrew, but he'll go sit down. As you see, Jordan is back in, 10 or 11. Now that ERA down there, 3.2. You love to see it. Love to see that ERA get even lower for the closer. Now he's in a situation here where he's going 6, 7, 8. Almost couldn't make it any easier than this, theoretically. As TJ is up 0 for 4 on the day, we're trying to make it 0 for 5. As he watches that 4-seamer in on the hands, we'll go right back to it. 1-2. Swings over the top. It doesn't go where I wanted it, but it's easy. Results, same thing. Eduardo Julian up next. 1-2 as well. Chop this one on the ground. Madden will make the play. Keep the runner at second base. Throw goes over, and he's got him in a foot race. Bars. As Francisco comes up next with 2 outs, and we're going to go ahead and look to put him down, do the same way. First pitch he sees. Chopped right over to Torkelson. He'll go ahead and make the play, and that's a W for your Detroit Tigers, man. 3-2 victory here as we go ahead and close this one out in extras. It took way more extras than it probably should have, but we're able to go ahead and close that one out of here and walk out of here with a W. This team is playing pretty good this month. We've seen several long winning streaks. We haven't seen back-to-back losses that often or yet, really. As Job, 3 innings, gets the player of the game, able to go ahead and hold things down. As 9 hits as a team, 3 of them, so a third of our hits from Verlaine, 2 of them from Harry Ford. A lot of offers here today as Harry hit his 5th home run of the season. Valdez, 6 2/3, 2 earned. It's not a bad start either. 5.3 ERA. We just need a little bit more offense for him. He probably would have taken this home. Brash gets a blown save, so I'm imagining that one hit he gave up allowed either 1 or 2 of those earned runs to go ahead and slide across. So it is what it is. Chris Jansen here, looking like a bust. We're going to ignore that. None of the good stuff came through. Looks like he might be a B at best, but most likely he's going to be a C potential player. And then looking at the recently scouted too, as well as for some of the outfielders, you see some of these guys really jumping up the board. You see William Collier here going up to 7th on our board, or his 17th on the MLB board. You got Luis Castillo, who's moving up too as well. Joey Thayer kind of dropping back, only 99th on our board from 36th. Has kind of nothing good going for him. And everybody else is that's not ranked not rated. So we'll kind of ignore the rest of those. And in third base, still kind of underimpressed. There's some guys here, Trevor Ruiz here with the 68 to 96 potential. But outside of that, a lot of these guys are not ranked too as well. Even Ruiz is kind of like on the back end. I'm looking here at shortstops just to see, because some of these guys could move over to third base like Alex Rodriguez did, of course. So seeing if third base or shortstop has anything kind of good for me starting pitching, we want to kind of look at too, if we get a chance to kind of get a varying range of where some of the top prizes are at. You see New Mexico, Missouri, North Carolina, that kind of reads the East. Netherlands, that's obviously international. California, we've got a little bit in the West, as I like those ratings there with the Blues. Maybe focus on him individually. Maryland, which I think is Central. Missouri, Central. Puerto Rico, international. So, of course, we'll go ahead and do starting pitchers international, finish off the right fielders in the East, third baseman's international too as well. And I think that'll be a good week 9 to set us up for 10 as we go ahead and try to look to move everything forward and find our next set of prospects. Now, we're going to close out that week. We ended up winning 3 straight against Minnesota with 1 more game in this to go for the sweep as we are on a 4-game winning streak in total. And this one, we're going to have to walk it off. Or close it out. It looks like 2-1 game here. Obviously, they wanted me to focus on the hitting streak, but we're going to focus on trying to close this ball game out. As I kind of messed it up here for a little bit. I didn't change it into the full game. I was trying to simulate to the 9th to do it, and I messed it up. So 1 out already crossed and a runner on first, but we got Michael King in, as Jordan is a little bit tired here today, low on stamina. So we'll let King, former closer for the Yankees, go ahead and finish this one out. 1-2. Got him swinging, man. They go ahead and call that one on the strikeout there. 0-2 for Trevor Larnach with that runner at first base. He would be the go-ahead run if he can go ahead and get this one across, as that one's going to be hit. Guerrero misses it, and that's going to be a base hit. So now the winning run, just over there at first base, 270 feet away. I think it's, yeah, it's accurate, man. 270 feet away. Look at me. Quick math. Edouard Julien is up now with a chance to make his team be great. 2-1 count, so he's in a good hitters count here. 2 outs. Let's see if we can go ahead and get him to fall for this sinker low and at the kneecaps, and we will. Verlander will go ahead and make this play, chase it over to first. That's another dub, and that is a series sweep of the Minnesota Twins. We keep getting sweeps. We'll be able to get first place in this division in no time at all. That's weird. It's making everything look like quick, solid work. Matt Manning, 6 in the third, 6 hits, 2 Ks from the pitching staff, 5 hits as a team. We're going to bring around 2 of them. No Morris Jones with 2 of the 5 hits, so I love that. Keith Clemens, 5th stolen base. And all in all, the bullpen did his thing to go and close the door. King gets his first save and lowers that ERA down to 4. Hopefully, we get it into 3 soon. As now we're 3 games over 500, and we're actually facing a good team this month. You see, we won 6 of 7 last week, winning 7 of our last 8, basically, and 7 of our last 10 too as well. As you see, we are only a game behind the Guardians, who are 29-24, so just 2 less losses than we do, but same amount of win total, and they're 5-5 in their last 10. We just need to correct our home wins, man, and we can be fine. We're 10-15 at home, but nobody in the division actually has a winning record at home. Closest thing is the Guardians at 500, but most of us are doing it on the road during the day, at night. God, stuff doesn't matter, but nobody really seems to be winning at home. Nobody wants it at home, and we'll look to try to change that narrative here, as we're going to focus in on this Mariners series. This is actually our first look at a good team. You see Dylan Cease here. 11 starts compared to Tree Squall's 11 starts. Records are pretty similar, under 500 or lower. He has a better ERA. Tree better strikeout per 9 and walk per 9 though. So that tells me we need to be patient. Dylan's not going to be trying to strike out. He's not going to be, or he's going to be very loose with the ball. Can cause a lot of walks. So we'll definitely want to have to keep our eyes on that to see if we can go ahead and capitalize. As Tariq looking to go ahead and lower his ERA and get back to that 2025 CY Young Award winning. 17 walks, 67 hits, 59 Ks. He's had a good season. I'm not mad at it at all. He's done a very good job as the starting pitcher. So, first off, against Christian Arroyo, dang, 282, 5th in All-Star voting at his position, too. That boy is definitely somebody that we do not want to let get on base with the speed that he has. It's the first pitch from Ball. Will be a sinker low and in. Second place in our division, trying to make that full comeback to get up to first, as we are looking good now through this month of May. We just want to keep this hot streak going as we go ahead and get into June. 2-1 count here to Christian. Swings and misses over the top of that 12-6. I know I got y'all like it was a strikeout, huh? We still got a long ways to go. 2-2. Chopped on the ground, and Screwball will go ahead and make the play himself. Grab and throw. Easy work. First out of the game. JP Crawford. 311 coming right after that good leadoff hitter is amazing. One of this team is actually good this season. And they got Julio Rodriguez right behind. So this is a good 1-2-3. Exactly what you want to see. 3-0. Got a ladle to the plate, but he was not letting that one slide. As it said, 3-1 off the sinker, chopped on the ground. As you see down below, we're only a game and a half behind the Guardians, and we're starting to separate ourselves from the White Sox and Twins and Royals and make this really a 2-man race as that throw goes over the first. Got him. And that's really what we want to do, make this as less teams as possible for as long as possible, and then we'll just focus on whoever that other team is, beating them and making sure that we're capitalizing every chance that we get to. As Dylan Cease will go ahead and come in if we collect that last out. He's had an okay season, a 1.3 whip to go along with that 3 ERA. Just looks like he's not getting run support with that win-loss. Could be another example of Felix Hernandez. Great ERA, great CR Young candidate. Always a terrible win-loss record, though. My man would be 9-21 with a 1.01 ERA. It was just so crazy how that old Mariners team used to sell such a great ace. They should have traded him to the Yankees or something, so that way he could have been used properly. But we will have Morris Jones going to get him up for us. 275 in the leadoff spot. Didn't check his swing in time as that changeup will be called strike, as that was way out of the zone too. 1-2. Right through the four-seamer. Go ahead and heat up on that heat, big fellas. You got froze through. As he goes back over to first base, we have Akil Baddoo up next. He's hitting over 300. So, I mean, we got a pretty solid 1-2-3-2 as well. After going to him, even though he grounds out, you got to go ahead and face up against Vladimir Guerrero right after, batting 287, 17 home runs this season. He's looked very strong and powerful. And this will be a base hit, maybe hit a little too strong off the glove. That's because of that, he's going to go ahead and get over to first with a scored as a base hit too as well. Not an error, but a base hit. We'll go to Fernando Gonzalez, the rookie, who's been impressing me, honestly, all season. Batting 270, 6 home runs. I think he's still second on the team. That swing is a little bit less impressive, but he has been as dominant as a rookie could be, especially compared to the two that we had last year. He's putting up similar numbers as that one's going to be caught in the outfield. You can see here we jump to the top of the fourth. Nothing much going on. You know, Therese being sharp here today, but we also aren't looking very good as Dylan is looking sharp on the mound too as well. Now here, some of that command going a little wild. We got a full count for Baddoo, who gets a changeup up in the zone, is early on it, and it will just be chopped over to first base for the ground ball out. And we'll have to go with Vladimir Guerrero with nobody on. 1 out, chopped up the middle. This is going to get through for a base hit. There we go. All it takes is one, though. We get one guy on. We can kind of move around, too, as well. Now, at the fourth start, we have rookie Fernando Gonzalez, too. Look, as a rookie, too. You know, it might be impressive that Morris Jones did it in the leadoff spot, but Gonzalez is doing it at the power spot. I need him at 4 to clean up. Be my cleanup hitter. He's doing very well here as he gets that base hit off the arm. He runs at first and second for Gleyber Torres, who takes the four-seamer and chokes as he flies this one out. Not even going to get back to the wall, but we are going to try to go ahead and move the runner-up. Guerrero going in and sliding head first as that throw was up the line just a little bit. Now we have a chance to score a run with Riley Green, who hit himself, works a full count. Corners here for him. Check this swing in time, thankfully. And we get the call there, too, as well. So we'll go ahead and walk over to first. We have Keith Clemens with a 3-1 count right after it. Gets a changeup in on the hands. Probably could have did something with it, but he was too early. You can see Dylan's at 23 pitches this inning, 11 of them balls, 12 strikes. So it's being sporadic all over the place. And I wouldn't even mind one more here. Let's go ahead and walk over and get one run that way. As that's going to be a slider in the hands going down the line. Fair territory as it bumps up against the wall. 2 is going to come in. 3rd will be held at 3rd. And it'll be a 2 RBI double for the struggling Keith Clemens. 6th double this season. And you can see the team is hyped. You know, they want him to come out of this struggle. They want him to come out of this slump. They want him to play like the rookie of the year that was here last year. And there's a little flash of it for you as we now go up 2-0. And Torkelson gets caught lacking with the changeup. Once again, that changeup was so slow all day. And all our hitters off balance. And then he just swings through the knuckle curve, so we'll have to go sit down. But not before Keith Clemens gives us that lead. As we go bottom of the 5th here, Morris Jones already was 1 out in the inning. Okay, they'll say check swing. I'm not sure if they're going for the check or the call there, but 3-1 regardless. As he gets one upstairs this time, makes good use of it. It's going to get down in the gap. And Morris has a lot of speed, so this slow rolls to the wall. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries for the triple. Going to turn around and go back, go to second base, not in time. Yeah, I think that's the right decision. I think he probably would have been thrown out. If that bumps up and goes to the center fielder, it's a triple, but the left fielder took it on. So we'll have to get over to third base the hard way. Stolen base, getting in there easily. As now we have 1 out and a runner at 3rd. A chance to increase this lead just a little bit more as the check swing on the slider. Could not pull it back in time. We'll have to go Vladimir Guerrero. He's 2 for 2 on the day, and I can use a 3 for 3. You see Dylan's already up to 77 pitches through 4 2/3. Make that 78 through 5, as that will be flied out to shallow right center field for the out. So stopping the run scoring opportunity, and we'll go ahead and stay there with our bats as they're looking on fire today. Emerson Hancock comes in, 3.6 ERA, 43 Ks compared to 23 walks, a 3-4 record, and 51 2/3 innings. My boy looks to go ahead and keep this a 2-0 game, but we have other things to say about that. Fernando Gonzalez. who actually I think could win Rookie of the Year. We got to take a check to look at the awards. I know it's early in the season. Still plenty of stuff for him and the other rookies to do, but I like this hot start that he's been on. I can definitely see it if he is in the running for it, and maybe we'll get back-to-back Rookie of the Years. And that's going to be a liner that goes in and gets towards the gap. That'll get down into that corner part. We'll have to see what kind of bounce it gets. A pretty hard one, so it will just be enough for a double. Not even going to think about 3 there, as we're going to get safely in there. But it's a leadoff double for 5, 6, and 7 to try to bring him around. Glabber Torres will be up next. He flies this one deep. Left field. Is this deep enough for a tag, though? It will not be. Thought about it, but ended up going back after we saw that throw was in there a little too quick. Riley Green, you're up next, though. First pitch you see. Let's take that 4-seamer out. This will be popped shallow. Not going to be able to do anything with it. Way too close, so looks like we spoiled that leadoff hit, man. They were not ready for prime time Torres and Green. Now we have to go to Clemens, who's batting 185. Yeah, looks like this inning is all but wrapped up. Okay. Good friendly call from the ump. We'll go ahead and get a walk, extend the inning just a little bit, and get things over to Spencer Torkelson, who isn't doing much better. 233 this season. That's going to go down, it looks like. He loses it. Shortstop lost the ball. It was scored an official base hit. Has no error on that one. He genuinely just missed it. And now we have Harry Ford with bases loaded, 2 outs. Can he be clutch for us? 265 this year, 5 homers, 20 RBIs, and then we go back up to Morris Jones. Full count, line right back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Runner's going to go ahead and come across. Second runner's going to go ahead and come in. The throw will be too late, and the runner will get over to third base in the confusion. 2 RBI base hit, and now it's 4-0. Morris Jones will come up next. He pops this one. This will go ahead and get out to left field. Not going to fall in, though. I thought it might have had a chance to boop in. But we'll finally go back to the pitching. Scuball has been masterful today. 73 pitches through 6 innings of work. And he's kept these boys at a goose egg as we are up 4-0 against Rodriguez. Foul ball that time around. 0-2. Watching it downstairs, being patient as patient can be. Full or evened up count now. 2-2. On the ground. There we go. You worked that at bat to go ahead and just hit it right over to Torkelson's glove for a nice Sunday stroll. 1 out that way. Hernandez will be up next, as he's once again watching too as well. We have a full count here. This is not what you want to see late in the game. Long at bats are not your friend, but fly balls are. Jones is going to range back in center field, looking like he thought for a second he wouldn't have the speed to get to it, but he does with a little bit more ease than I would have originally thought. But then we lose the very next batter to a walk, and then Bean comes up 2-2, swinging over the top of the slider. We finally get out of that long, drawn-out inning. Especially if Scuball wants to see this complete game shutout, he's got to get quicker outs. Back to the offense for us we go, as we step in with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th for the Rook. As he's 2 for 3 on the day, and they're scared of him. He'll walk over to first base. Glabber Torres will be up next. He lines this one for a base hit in the right field. We're going to go ahead and send Gonzalez over to third base. And with 2 outs, we have a runner now in scoring position, just 90 feet away from the plate for Riley Green. They got Chris flexing in this ball game. He'll go ahead and chop this one up the middle. The dive by shortstop, he's not able to pick it cleanly again. This infield is selling when it comes to getting these easy ground balls. And because of it, it's now a 5-0 ball game with the 2-out rally going. And Keith Clemens is up to the plate 2-2. Watching the 4-seamer about knee high, shin split high. There he goes, 4-seamer in on the hands. Not able to pull it, but this will go deep to the deepest part of the field. Warning track. Caught it with his back up against the wall. And that man was just barely able to make a play on that. I don't know how he did it, but he did. As we'll go up against Evan White here, top of the 8th. Back to Tariq. 95 pitches through 7 innings of work. We need this complete game shutout. I need you to go ahead and go get it for your boy. You see down below, it looks like Julio Rodriguez just snapped a 0 for 19 streak in his game against the Phillies yesterday. Well, the day's been quiet as we throw them all over and get an easy play. Nick Solak up next, who we had on our team for a little bit. He was on the bench and played sorry, so we had to go ahead and release him back to his original team. You see he's now with the Mariners yet again on their Major League roster, being sorry yet again as he strikes out there looking. 2 outs for Tony Waltz. Flies this one. Green's going to range in, have plenty of time. And just like that, we're down to the final 3 outs. Christian Arroyo leading things off for him. They'll go 1, 2, 3. So this is a pretty decent spot that you would want to be in if you're the Mariners, but not if you're going to do that. Strikeout swinging through the ankles. We'll come back with JP Crawford 0-2. Flies this one. Green just ranges in a couple steps to his front right. Makes that play with ease, and now it's Julio Rodriguez coming up 2 outs. Look at those bars. I even had to slow them down for y'all so y'all can hear them. Gotta show some appreciation and love for the bars in the comments. Let me know. As this gets flied out, but dude, we're going to come in and grab that one. That's a great dubski. As we're able to go and get the victory here, man. And we're going to walk out of here with a 5-0 lead in the series. Taking game 1 of 3. Now if we can just go ahead and close this thing out and get out of here, that would be great. You see smiles all around. And Tree Screwball 9 innings, 3 hits, 4 walks, or 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. Great job there from the player of the game, as we were able to go get 9 hits as a team. A couple of multi-hit games from Guerrero and Gonzalez. A lot of doubles going around. 12, 13, and 6 for Gonzalez, Jones, and Clemens. And those RBIs came in very clutch as we were able to go ahead and get this victory, man. Screwball lowering the ERA down to 3.3 now with the complete game shutout. And looking like his old ace self. So we're now up to a 6-game winning streak with 2 more games against the Mariners to go. As now we are 30-26. Looks like we're down this one 2-1. Matt Verlaine is at the plate. And of course, we could focus on the home run or the challenge, or we could focus on getting these dubs while they matter, especially against good playoff teams like these that we could potentially see later. And what we're going to do is obviously quickly just go ahead and look at some replacement options here for Nick Manton, who's batting under 100 on the year, only 1 home run and an RBI. Vladimir Guerrero had his day off. Drew Jones, just Keith Clemens, and Scott Torres. So there's plenty of options. We'll just go ahead and go with my man here, Vladdy. Going to get one of our strongest hitters. I mean, if he hits a 1-pitch, home run, I'm not going to be mad at it. Go ahead and tie the game up quick for us. Batting 291 this season. Now in a nice spot against Andrew Bellantini. As he grounds this one up the middle, that'll be gloved in by shortstop. This time not selling his teammate for the base hit. We have Morris Jones coming up next. He's looking to kind of get active and get something moving. It's on the ground. It's going to be taken off on. So I hope the defense is ready. They should be playing in low key. So that's going to be a base hit that goes up the middle. They were not ready for prime time as we were going to go to make that one shake. And next up we got Riley Green. 1 out. Flies this one left field. This will get down for a base hit. We were already stealing anyway. Just go ahead and just move that runner on over to third base. I'll take it. And just like that, with 1 out, we're going to bring Drew Jones in to pinch run at first base just in case it's a ball in the gap to make sure we get this run. Because last time I didn't do that and I tried to plan ahead for like extra innings, we ended up being in a situation where we could have won it. That's going to get down for a base hit to tie the game. Akil Baddoo doing his thing. That's all we could have ever asked for right there. Just go ahead and get a little base hit. Let's go deeper into their bullpen. Justice Sheffield will come in. The ERA is at a 6.4. So we're going to look to tax that real quick. 1 out. Torkelson is up with a 1 runs at first and second. Swings over the top of that slider. Not able to do anything with it. Chops the next one that he sees right into the dirt. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a third one here. 0-2. And on the hands, trying to see what he can get away with and what he can't. Does he come back with a 4-seamer? No, he goes back to the slider again. Pulls this one deep out the left field near that wall. Warning track. The leap is not in time. Walk off 3-run home run there for Spencer Torkelson as that boy made that thing fly up out of here. 6th home run this season, 377 feet. The team wants to celebrate. You see them getting happy and hype. My boy just now getting around third base as that was a lined rope. I didn't know that was a home run off the bat, but I was happy when he jumped because I knew it was not coming back into this yard. Let's get another look here at the slow-mo version of it. Nobody knew it was gone. You can even tell by his face, he didn't feel like he got all of that. Everybody goes back to their tagging spots. Pitcher's looking calm. He's standing on third base like it's cool. You just see them leap and him come back with no ball. Your heart just shatter and break into a million pieces on the floor, but you're so hurt. But we're able to go ahead and come into Seattle and get another dub. That's all I wanted to do. And there you see Alex Lange was on their team too as well. You remember the trade that we went on for them. Him and Eric Haas both. As Verlaine 3 for 4, a triple and a double. Looks like he was just a home run away from that cycle. We were not able to go to get that for the challenge on the day, but had a third of the hits with him. 2-0 from Akil Baddoo as he had his 4th double, 1st triple, 6th RBI. Luis Severino, 4 innings, 2 earned. 5.3 ERA. Why did he stop after 4? Pitch count must have been really high if he stopped after 4 innings. I have no idea. But Jordan Hicks comes in and gets 5 innings, shutting the door, almost pitching like a relief or a starter for real. Because now we have back-to-back Seattle wins. We go into game 3, bottom of the 10th, tied 3-3. You gotta, of course, come in here, turn off the player lock. Go ahead and change some personnel too, as you see doing Dingler. Obviously does not have that much speed, but he's at second. We do have Harry Ford to go ahead and come in and play defense. Should we need to get back onto the line of duty, but we'll go ahead and bring in Matt Verlander and run at second base just in case any kind of hit can score him across. And now we got speed at the plate, speed at second base. The chance to walk this off. No infield in here right now, so we're gonna go ahead and try to lay down a bunt. That one did not work. Here's a four-seamer upstairs near the eyes. Not able to go ahead and get that one laid down, but gets a four-seamer down the middle. Times it up well. This will go out to basically where he's standing. As we're going to go ahead and try to move up. Verlin's going to go for it. Throw will go in. Not in time. Great heads-up play there from Matt. And despite it being shallow, he's able to go ahead and work that speed to get over to third. And now his rookie, Fernando Gonzalez, all he has to do is just put this ball in play. Don't mess up here. 1-2 to Hancock. Gets this one over to second base. We're going to try to send the runner home. Not in time. It's another win. Another series sweep. And this time it's by the hands of a playoff caliber team in the Seattle Mariners. This is what can happen when this team is clicking on all cylinders. When the pitching is working, when the bats are awake, we can produce like this and outdo a lot of people. We just got to unlock it every single day. As Guerrero Jr. 1 for 3, home run, 2 RBIs, Coffin, 2 innings of strong work there out of the bullpen, and you love to see it. As we have 8 hits today as a team. Drew Jones, 2 of them himself. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at 18, home run, and 2 more RBIs to get him up to 47. Valdez, 5 1/3, 3 earned. It's not bad at all, but 10 walks is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. My boy walked so many people, he might as well have been Paul Revere telling him that the British is coming, bro. 4 Ks, 2 to go along with it, 5.3 ERA overall now. And unfortunately, the winning streak had to come to an end. We lose to the Twins in game 1 here, being back at home. Told you no one's playing good at home. But Badu and Guerrero both get home runs. As we lose this game 10-3, had 9 hits as a team, but we're not able to capitalize like they were with their 15 hits. And Casey Mize just got to do better, my boy. Got a little bit more we need to power through. As we go ahead and check out, the recently scouted here, some of the starting pitchers finally starting to get a little bit of percentage boost. See kind of where some of these guys are falling. You see 23rd on the board, 34, 46, 7th on the board, 29th on the board, 3rd on the board from 19. There for William. As he's at 9th, everything kind of still working out the way I think it is. Upper C, possible A, possible B potential. 3rd ranked in the draft. He's got good fielding. He's gonna have a good contact in the future. Power will be okay. It's not gonna be trash if it's on the 60 end. So maybe we're not afraid to draft William with that first overall pick. Let me know what you guys feel about that down below. Would William be a good selection, or do you feel like we should pick somewhere else and just get Luis Castillo, who actually will give me power, speed, a little bit of arm strength? He just won't have contact and he won't have vision, which I feel like you need vision to have those home run capabilities. But let me know which one of those two do you think could be that first selection at 13 for us. Now also we want to just not show love to the 3rd baseman, but they're all middle of the draft kind of guys. Darren Barrera here, he's 75 on the big board, 36th on ours, so we could get him with our 2nd round pick if he's still available and if that's what the move we want to go on, because he's got the contact, he's got vision, and he's got defense. All 3 of which I will gladly take. And the power looks like it could be in the 70s. 70 power is not bad. He looks like he could be an all-around type of player. If he's around the 2nd, I might have to make that pull. Here you got Trevor Ruiz, who's pretty average at about just about everything, so nothing kind of really exciting about me. But we definitely got to figure out what we're going to do with this first overall pick. So I'm thinking, Darren Vera, William Collier. They're both very highly ranked. Darren Vera is just like somebody I want more information on just to be 100% sure what I want to do there. So also getting to look at more starting pitching. We ended up losing game 3 after winning game 2 to Minnesota. This one a 7-2 defeat. As we had 8 hits as a squad, was not able to capitalize though. Guerrero looks like, and Green with the multi-hit games. No home runs as a team, but Scuball only pitched 1 out, gave up 6 earned runs, 6 hits. That is terrible. ERA is back over 4 now, and I do not know what to do with that. Bullpen played great to shut out everything else, but my boy gave up 6 earned and only pitched 1 out and was not hurt. I don't know what to say about that. That is pitiful. Now you see here, we were able to make up a little bit of ground in this video, man. 2.5 games back, separated ourselves from the White Sox a little bit as we're 3 over them, and the Royals and Twins are really starting to fall back now as they're in double digits. But now we just need to go ahead and catch these Guardians and do what we can here. As you can see, this is a screen I don't show often. You know, after the month, they kind of give you this report on who's struggling, who's doing good. You saw Steve, they were struggling at AA. Wilmer struggling at AAA. John Haynes is killing it at AA at catcher, batting .299, 7 runs, so maybe potentially bringing him up soon. Chuck Bird at AAA, 387 in the month of May. Tyler Alexander, .29 ERA in the month of May. And then Drew Dotson is 0 ERA in 8 1/3 innings in the month of May. So a lot of guys doing very good at their minor league systems and respective systems. And the first thing I do want to do, though, is I do want to make a roster move. Ben Hernandez has been actually downgrading since being at AA. Has not pitched good. So I want to send him down to AAA to see if we can get more development there, just a little bit of base. And then we'll try AA again maybe next year. And for that, we also bring up just another reliever just to go ahead and make everything all right in the bullpen. Now, Chuck Bird, hitting as well as he did, I low-key thought about bringing him up to the major league level, batting .347 at the leadoff spot, but deep potential 69 overall has me a little bit worried to do it. There's Daniel Cabrera, same boat, kind of similar situation though, 270, 8 home runs at least. And, you know, that would kind of help out with guys like Nick Manton, who struggled, 1 home run, 1 RBI, batting .114. He plays all the outfield spots in second and third as well as the short. And then Dylan Dingler's batting .175 at catcher, so I wanted to come check on Jake Rogers, who's batting .257, not much better. 5 home runs, 18 RBIs, he's a better overall. So let me know down below if you guys think that's a switch that should be or could be made sometime this year. Let me know if there's also anybody else here at AAA that you think is ready to come up to the major league level. Like you think that they should come up now and then tell me who they're replacing. Because I mean, right now Nick Manton is looking more like a liability over there than any kind of help or any kind of need. It's just nice to have another utility guy like him to help out, fill out with the off days and stuff like that. But let me know what you guys are thinking. Who should come up and who should come down? As I'm really thinking hard about this Dylan Dingler move for Jake Rogers. Only 7 hits on the squad. And then you got Jake Rogers down here who's almost got that many home runs at his level. Seeing a little bit of upkeep, a little bit of downgrades. He's 30 years old, so he's not going to really peak out. And last year, kind of averaged out around 200, not really doing a whole lot. So we'll have to see. Let me know down below, and I'll take into consideration what you guys said. And if it sounds good, sounds sound, we'll go ahead and make that switch and make that move. So hope you guys are enjoying the episodes, man. I'm trying to get these out as quickly as possible for you guys. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, make sure that these are stacked up because we are getting closer and closer to Madden season. And I'm thinking what will probably happen is we'll probably, since it'll be new and fresh, out of the 3 days that we post on this gaming channel, 2 of them will be devoted to the Madden series or Madden content, and we will still have this one come out once a week too as well. So hopefully you guys are okay with that and everything runs smoothly. Just let me know, leave a comment down below, and like and subscribe when you at the video, man. It really helps the algorithm share my channel out with more people, so you can have the opportunity to share our love for franchises and franchise rebuilds. They already don't get enough love, so let's go ahead and spread out the love as much as possible. Show them how much fun this actually can be. I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's me, your boy SGG, aka the King of Games, aka SmooveGotGame. And next time I catch you guys, we'll probably be getting through a big chunk of this month as we are getting closer to that draft. Only 32 more days to go. I'll see you guys in the next one. You boys out.